Hi everyone, it's Lynn from Finds of Yesterday. I am a reseller on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay, and I wanted to go over my sales from August 17th through the 24th. Today is the 25th of August, and I had some really good sales this week. My prices seem to be getting a little bit higher of items that I'm selling, which I'm happy about. But I only sold 18 items this week and it totaled about $468. My cost on all these items was $31, so it's a pretty good markup. Come check out and see what we sold. All right, this is the first item. We have a St. Joseph's Daily Missal and Hymnal, and I usually pick these up whenever I see them. Any kind of Bible missal that's got an older date, like 1966 on this one. And this one did take a little bit longer to sell. It's been listed probably since January or February, and I did take a best offer of $9.07, and I paid 25 cents for it. This next item is a melted popcorn wall hanging. It's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He's about 20 inches tall and he's sold for asking price of $14.95. I'm sure we've all seen these before. I had these when I was growing up, like in the 70s, and I paid 25 cents for this. This next item is a Guide Gear 3-pack, and I've had these shirts since like October of last year, so it's time for them to move, and they finally did at full asking price of $21.95, even though I've run sales on them to try to get them out of my store. Somebody took it at full asking price, and I paid about $1.50 for all three of them. This next item I got at a Goodwill. It's a Vera Bradley eyeglass cover, and it was brand new, and I couldn't find pricing for it, and I asked the lady how much, and she said 60 cents. And I said, sure, I'll take it. I sold it for $22.95, and that was probably within a month. This next item is a household reminder flip chart for your grocery needs. And when I first picked it up, I picked it up at the rummage sale for $2, and I thought that it was vintage. I didn't even really take time to look it over thoroughly. So when I got it home, I flipped it over and it has a really clean back on it, and I don't think it's vintage. If you would see a vintage one, you would see down on the bottom here, it would say Germany or West Germany, I think, but it's a reproduction. So I priced it accordingly at $19.95, and I had an offer for $18.95 and it was accepted. So turned $2 into $18.95, still not bad. Next one is another melted popcorn item. It's a ghost, and I've had this one since last year. I think I posted it in October. It didn't sell because I only had it up a couple weeks before Halloween, but still Halloween and Christmas stuff sell all year long. And I had it at $24.95. I sent out probably 50 best offers to people because there was a lot of interest in it, but nobody would take it. Finally, somebody bought it at full asking price of $24.95, and here it is, August. We're getting closer to Halloween, so I think people are starting to get in that mood again. So that's probably why it sold. So this one is a Tinker Toy set of about 240 pieces from 1972 and sold for $34.95, the asking price, and I paid $5 for it. It has the original canister with it. A lot of times that plays a role in how fast these sell. Most people ask you if you have the original container for it. They all have different numbers on them, like right here. I don't know what that represents, if it's more around the year it was made, the types of pieces they put into that canister, I'm not sure. But it had a big dent in it too, and it still sold for full asking price. These antique eyeglasses, they're not gold filled or gold plated, but they are gold toned. And I priced them at $49.95. And a lady that bought them, the stories behind these sales are interesting to me, so I thought I'd share it with you. But she said her son is turning 20 and she wanted to get it to him for his birthday, and he's got an old soul. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I paid 60 cents for these, and again, they sold for $49.95. This next item is not something I would have sourced directly, but it came in with a lot of auction stuff, and it's a cigar box, and I paid probably 60 cents for it within the big lot of things, and it sold for $12.95. This next item is a Japanese jewelry box with inlaid with mother pearl, and it was so pretty. And even the inside looked really nice. It had this nice scallop shaped mirror in it. And it wasn't perfect. It has a couple flaws on it, but it's still vintage, it's still gorgeous. It's $34.95 is what it actually sold for, and I paid $1 for it. This next item I got at a garage sale, and the young girl wanted 15. She goes, but I'll take 12. So I walked around a bit and I came back and I said, will you take 10? Because I wasn't sure just how much this would sell for, and I didn't want to look it up right in front of her. So I ended up getting it for 10 when I bundled it with a couple other items. And it sold within a week or week and a half for $40 on best offer. And I paid $10 for it. This next item is a Smith and Hawken copper shaker box containers. They were at Savers for $3.99 for the pair. Actually, I think I paid about $4.25 with tax. And I love copper. I'm drawn to it. So I grabbed it off the shelf, and when I picked it up, I knew it was a quality piece because of the weight of it. And when I turned it over, it says Smith and Hawken, which is a really good brand and higher quality. I couldn't pass them up. I wanted to keep them, but of course I don't need anything else. I picked them up because they were good quality and I knew they would sell. So I had them priced a little high because I knew people would try to talk me down on it. So I priced them at $59.95, and I had a lot of different offers, kind of lowball offers like 30, 35. And then finally somebody offered me $49.95, and I took it. So I paid $4.25 for both of them and sold them for about $50. This next item is a McDonald's Brat doll set. It's not really a set. It was just extra dolls I had in with a Barbie doll lot that I got. Since they were all McDonald's toys, I thought I'd throw them all together. I put them up at 15, and they sat for a pretty long time, and I finally put them on a 35% off sale over the weekend, and they sold for $9.72. And I paid probably 25 cents for them. This next one I bought at the rummage sale 2 weekends ago. This one's called Every Drop. It's a refrigerator filter set, and they are pricey items. You need to pick these up if you see them, if they're not used. They sell well. They vary in price, so I also picked up some Brita ones, which haven't sold yet, but these are the higher price ones. They sold for $59.95, the full asking price, and I paid $1 for them. This next item is part of the Barbie furniture that I bought at a yard sale. She had almost a half a table full of little furniture pieces, all bagged up individually for $2 a bag. And I asked her if she would sell all of them for one price, and she did. So I pulled pieces out of some that I thought were worth more, and this is one of them. So I sold it for $24.95, the full asking price, and I paid about 50 cents for this. This next item is a lipstick holder, and it's by Sam Fink. It's like a filigree style, and I had it for quite a while and had so much interest in it, and I sent out tons of best offers for $13.95, $13.50, $12.95, and maybe even $11.95, and no takers. But then all of a sudden it sold for full asking price of $14.95, and I paid about 60 cents for it in a lot. That was one of the online auction hauls that I got, and it was part of that. It wasn't something I sourced individually, so still a pretty good return on my money. This next item is a vintage Guess tie, and I never really have a whole lot of luck selling men's ties because my price range for items that I pick up, I generally want to be able to charge $15 on up. So most ties sell for around $10, and some people expect free shipping on that. And I just can't do that. So I really don't think I'm going to be sourcing ties unless they're real high end. This one I've had sitting for a long time, and it finally sold for $14.95, but it is free shipping. I did add free shipping to my ties that are priced at $15. So this still is a good return since I only paid about 40 cents for it, but I don't think I'll be sourcing them just because it's just not high enough profit margin on these for me. So if it's something you like to do, go ahead and pick them up, but I really don't think I'm going to be doing it in the future. So this next item is the last one that I sold this week. It is an antique 4-piece spoon set. They're silver plated. I had them up for $15. It took a long time to sell. I got them in with a whole bunch of other silverware, and I divided all of the pieces up, and there was actually 4 pieces that matched. So $15 I thought was a fair price, but they wouldn't sell. So I put them as part of my weekend sale at 35% off, and I still got somebody to offer $8 on them, even though they were at $9.72. I think they just feel like they need to get a little bit better bargain, even though they could see that it was marked on sale from 15 to 9.72. They still want them for cheaper. So I accepted the $8 since I had them up for a long time, just to get them out of my stock. And I paid probably 70 cents for them, so it's still a good return. That is it for the day, for the week, I should say. So let's summarize this week. I sold 18 items for $468, and I needed to subtract my cost of goods, which was about $31, plus eBay fees, which was about $60. So you take $90 off the 468, which comes out to about $378 in profit. Please hit the thumbs up and join me for the next sale. You have a great weekend.